Okay, you guys, what is up? This is Oza Senpai here today to review Magi The Labyrinth of Magic, chapter 227. Okay, so let's get on with this chapter. Now, this chapter, of course, is it is before the finale of the final fight between King David, Elder David, I'm sorry, and King Solomon, aka the eventual god. And of course, this is only a setup chapter, setting up for the fight. The action is going to happen next week, probably. And we see some interesting stuff. Now, let's get on with the basics and then we'll actually get on into the chapter itself. Pacing, story progression, and artwork. The pacing was actually good. Like, it was actually good pacing. It wasn't fantastic. Like, I looked at it and I was like, pacing could be a little bit better. But me personally, I like the pacing. The pacing was so good. Now, let's go into the story progression. Of course, the story progression is probably gonna have to be, I would say, okay plus, like okay plus story progression. It is a setup chapter, so it's not gonna be a lot of stuff revealed, but basically I'm gonna give it an okay plus. Now, when we go to the artwork is actually going to get a grade because the artwork was actually really good when it came to the cathedral and where everyone was stationed up, everyone was ready to fight. I thought that was awesome. So yeah, great, good, and okay plus. That's probably gonna be good plus. So yeah, good plus overall with the basics. Now let's get into the chapter. One thing that I noticed that I think is really weird. According to Solomon, there will be a protective magical board around the cathedral, and whoever goes inside of there cannot use light. They cannot use magic. So it throws off a lot of people because everyone else is like, well, that's kind of stupid. I mean, we're magicians. We should have magic at our disposal. But he said, it's okay. There's a solution to that. So I find that really weird and pretty interesting. And of course, even if they don't have magic necessarily, they still have their other members of the resistance. The members of the resistance and their respective armies. So I think that's really cool in my personal opinion. Like Solomon has this all planned out pretty much. But one thing I noticed about Solomon threw me off. I was like, bro, like this dude is serious. When Ugo asked Solomon, yo, what are you gonna do about Elder David? Solomon was like, when I find him in the cathedral and he's hiding, I'm gonna kill his ass. I'm gonna kill him with my own bare hands. If whether or not he's hiding or whether or not he's about to fight, I'm like, bro, Solomon is no joke. Like Solomon's not playing, man. Like this dude is serious. This dude is straight up serious. He's not even playing. Like he's on some truly serious shit like right now. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of got scared. Like Solomon's expression was so serious in this chapter the entire time. I was like, nah, bro. Like he looks mad. Like I mean, obviously Solomon he uses it as that face of I'm a serious type of dude, but he looks mad. Like he's like, yo, like some niggas gonna get fucked up. Like let's be honest. So I was like, all right, well Solomon's ready for battle, and we see she's protecting her baby with her magic, so that way she can go in and help them fight. We did see something interesting though between like two things that I find interesting. Number one, Seta and his brother. Apparently, I think it was Seta. I think that's what his name is. Apparently, at some point, Seta in the past, Seta gave up half his lifespan or half his life in general for his brother for some type of mission, probably revolving the resistance in Elder David. And his brother mentions this, and we have this whole brotherly moment. Like Seta is like just talking about it the entire time, and I found that really like interesting. I'm pretty sure. I think Seta isn't one of the members of Althaman. I'm pretty sure, or Althaman, whatever you want to call him. I think he died beforehand. Yeah, because he did say he sacrificed like a good part of his lifespan. So I think he died at some point. I'm not too sure. I do remember like I remember Ethan was a part of my no, not Wolf. What's it called? Althaman. Yeah, Althaman. Like I remember he was a part of Althaman. I remember Wahid is. I remember Wahid's husband is. So like a lot, there are some members of Solomon's household that are like not that are, will eventually turn up as members of Althaman later, probably because they saw something that Solomon did and they didn't like it or something like that. We don't know for sure, but this battle should decide on what they saw and whether or not it changed their minds. At some point we need to see that happen. And we do see this moment between Tess, I think the kid's name is Tess, and Wahid, and Wahid's husband, and he does say something interesting. He says that, like, I hate you guys, you're idiots, and he walks away, he's miserably crying. But pretty much the reason why he said that was because they have to go to war and they can't bring Tess with them. So Tess will most likely have to stay with one of them in order for them to be safe, and that person that sits with Tess will have a divine staff in their hands. So I found that pretty interesting, like I really did, and that may tie into why Wahid became one of the members of Al Thumman in the first place. Maybe maybe like she sees Tess dead, and Tess and her husband dead or something. Maybe that's what it is, or maybe again we don't really know for sure. But I thought that was pretty interesting. And of course we go into the entire battle, and then we see something that we find out something really interesting. Apparently, they're going into the battle, and it seems really easy. Like they're breaching through it pretty fast. And someone was wondering, well, why the fuck is it so easy? Like, where's Elder David? And we see Elder David. This dude looks mad, like mad hype. Like he's mad ready. Like he's sitting there. He's like, now you will join me in destiny, and we will kill God together. I don't know what necessarily what he means by that. I'm like this chapter when it comes to Elder David kind of confused me. And even though I read the special chapter where it explained like you know Elder David and his thoughts on why he's attacking the resistance directly, I still found that kind of weird what he said. But he did kind of look like Sinbad. I'm not gonna lie, he had that Sinbad look to him. Again, not too sure if Sinbad's his reincarnation or something like that. I don't know. I doubt it, but um, he did look a little bit like Sinbad, and the next week we'll have the actual full-on battle, most likely. So this chapter, I'm going to give it a rating of good plus. This is a good plus chapter of Magi. So yeah, give me your thoughts on the whole thing with the battle, at least the prelude so far. What you're seeing. Why do you think it's so easy for Solomon and the others to get in? What are your thoughts on some of Solomon's household? Why are they directly, why did they become uncommon in the first place? And what are your guys' thoughts on that? Again, this chapter gets a rating of good plus. Like the video if you like it. Dislike it if you don't. Rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Moji Senpai, and I'm out. Peace, guys.